Hi, I'm Colin, and today we're going to talk about how to establish finished grade for a paver project. So the first step is we're going to want to find a reference point. This is the thing that's going to vary in every different project because every project is different. Most of the time someone's doing something off of their backyard. They may have an existing concrete patio, a concrete step or landing, or maybe just a screen door to dirt. Either way, you're probably going to want to set a string line close to where you want the top of your paving stones to be and work from there if you don't have a reference point. If you're doing a patio that's disconnected or not near your foundation, the reference point is traditionally going to be slightly above wherever the consistent high spot is in your terrain. So we've established our reference point, and now we can move to step 2, which is finding our high and low spots. So for this particular project, our high spot is our reference point because we're disconnected from our foundation. We have nothing to reference over there. We're just kind of a standalone patio. So our high spot is somewhere in here. It's very consistent. Even though there's a hump right here that we're going to rake down, for the majority, this edge over here is the highest point of the project, and the lowest point is directly across from it, fortunately, over there. So we're going to use a laser transit just to double check and kind of see what our slope is. Then we're going to take a stake and string line and stretch it from the highest point to the lowest point, roughly with the level where we want our paving stones to be when we're finished with the project. The main thing to think about is when you're done, you want your paving stones to be at least a ½ inch above ground level, especially on the sloping side, the downhill side, because if you have any water running down, you don't want any pooling if there's not a lot of dirt there. You want to be able to run off of your paving stones and reduce that pooling. So the third step, after we have our center reference line here adjusted to grade, is to set up additional reference lines. It's a little bit more challenging in a circular patio because traditionally with a square or rectangular patio, you have a running reference line crosswise that is level, and then your intersecting line running away from your structure has your slope. We have the line here with our slope, but we have nothing that's going to be intersecting it that's just easy to follow. So what we're going to do is set up a line towards the top of our slope, and at the bottom of our slope, we're going to get those lines as close as we can to this existing line without touching it and adjust it to level. That way we know crosswise in both areas, those two lines are level with where the grade is. Then we're going to set up 2 additional lines running with our slope, and the easy goal there is to set those as close as we can to those 2 level lines, and it will match our grade throughout the project. At that point, you can remove those cross lines if you want to, or you can keep them there because they're still a good reference for how much to excavate and base below your project. So occasionally when you're working with rough terrain or you have some grass or weeds, when you want to put your string lines at least a ½ inch above your ground level, some grass or weeds can obstruct it. Now here's a perfect example of something that's working great. These 2 lines reference where the top of our paving stones are going to be when we're done with the project, and there's nothing obstructing them. Occasionally you have some grass or some weeds or something like that that could be in the way of the string line. So what you're going to want to do is lift up your string line on both ends an equal increment of 3 or 4 inches depending on what works best for your situation. So long as you utilize an equal increment on both ends, you just add that increment to your depth of excavation and base material to where you can reuse that number the entire time. If you have a situation where it's perfect and everything is above ground level and it's not being obstructed, then you can just run the strings as is, but sometimes, more often than not, there's a lot of grass or something like that where it could be an issue. Or another alternative is just to go ahead and dig out from underneath the strings to clear those obstructions. So here we had weeds and even some dirt because of the grade change and the variance in the yard. So we just dug underneath them. That way the strings are going to stay exactly where the pavers are going to be at the end of the project, and all of our obstructions are cleared.